Hello everyone. So today I'm going to walk you through on an initial site audit that normally we conduct. So I'm going to do the same for my own website, and I'm going to show you how you can conduct a initial site audit for your website. This is useful for any smaller or to mid-range websites, and particularly on day one of your journey for starting on the SEO. So let's dive in. So starting with chapter number 1, so let us first check the Google assets. So as you can see, both the Google Analytics and the Google Search Console. So you can just open the source code, press Ctrl F, and just check if the Google assets, the two most important things, Google Analytics and Google Search Console, is present or not. And then comes the cache analysis. So you can just check the cache analysis. The thing is very simple. You can just like open your URL on the Google search engine result pages, and then you can just right click on the drop down and search for the cached version. If there is no cached version, it means that your crawl budget is not proper, so you need to work on something like that. Then check if the brand name is appearing and ranking properly. So just do a brand search, because this is very important. If the brand name is not appearing, then you need to reconsider your branded keywords approach as well. Then on the search console, check all the errors on the page indexing side, because this is important. If the pages are not indexed, it means these are not discoverable on Google. So there is a high chance, in fact there is 100% chance that those pages will not be ranked ever. So open Google Search Console and head over to page indexing, and then you can just as you can see, like you can just check the pages which are not indexed, and if you feel like they should be indexed, then it should be solved on a priority basis. Then continue on the Google Search Console. Under the index column, open sitemap and check if all the sitemaps have been submitted and if they are being regularly updated or not. If they are not, then there is something to worry about. Then open the Google News section on the Google Search Console and check if you have some momentum. If you're not, then your digital PR is weak, so you need to rework on similar things. Similar for Google Discovery as well. Google Discovery works on brand mention. So brand mention is very important, because this helps in improving the brand's share of voice and up to a certain extent the share of search, which is a very important key performance indicator in the field of SEO. Then you can check for manual action if there has been any penalty or not. Similarly for the security check, and similarly for the core web vitals underneath the Google Search Console. Then moving down to the chapter 2, which are must-have assets. So make sure you are having both the robots of the sitemap, and make sure they are following the protocol. For the sitemap, make sure the priority, the last frequency, the change module, and also the priority orders has been provided. And for the robots, as you can see on the screen, make sure your robots is properly optimized. Allow the files which you need to, disallow the directories or taxonomies which you do not need to, but make sure to optimize it properly, and also make sure to submit your sitemap in the robots as well. Chapter 3 are the benchmark checks, such as how much indexation, what is your indexation rate, the number of organic keywords or the number of backlinks, your top positions, your organic traffic. Followed by that, move down to the chapter 4, which would be the comparator check. So here you can just open up a comparative positioning map, where you can check where do you stand in the comparator heat map that you have drawn. Chapter 5 is all about architecture check. Now chapter 5, you need Screaming Frog. My personal opinion is Screaming Frog, and you can just rip through the Screaming Frog and do a lot of checks, such as a few of them, as you can see on the screen, are canonical, pagination, broken links, HTML. But these are not limited to, you can literally check each and every single thing, because your site should be clean and your site should be free from any kind of errors. And then make sure that your site does not end with a trailing slash. If it does, there is not an issue, but make sure you have a proper canonicalization, else it would make it duplicacy. Then optimize your footer. If you do not need any particular footer, use nofollow, use relevant tags. If you need a footer, then use proper semantic HTML properties for the same. Make sure your contents are well optimized, your blog sections are well structured. Make sure your internal links are properly followed. Make sure you do have proper technical checks such as the SSL certificates are valid, you do have favicon, you do not have any malware, you are not blacklisted, you are top graded as seen from GT Matrix, or your CSS and other scores as seen from GT Matrix are quite proper. Moving down to chapter 7 is the easy part where you do all the mobile audit. So make sure your site is responsive, you have an AMP. Chapter number 8, all the technical checks. Here you can do the baseline checks around the speed. So you can check for things like the core web vital, the time to first byte, or even you can check the HTTP 2, like if your site is being served on HTTP 2 or not. And then you can later play around with Screaming Frog Spider further to understand if your site have further sitemaps such as images or video sitemap, so that your image and videos are also indexed, and also if you have any orphan pages, because you need to fix down on the orphan pages as well. Thank you.